We have a brand new update for the Marvel's Avengers beta. This is patch 1.30, coming in with a nice number of fixes, including for that matchmaking that was raised as an issue in the previous beta weekend on the PlayStation 4. And speaking of beta weekends, today is Friday the 14th, and you know what that means. The beta is absolutely free for the PlayStation 4, but it's also available for the PC and Xbox, though you will need one of those beta codes or having the game pre-ordered in order to access it. Don't worry, there's going to be like another one absolutely free for all of the platforms next week, and I'm going to try to do some more giveaways today for some more beta codes. If you participated in yesterday's beta code giveaway, then congratulations. If you didn't win anything, don't worry, there's going to be more incoming. And also a huge shout out to betashop.com that they have also provided a ton of these keys for you guys. Nonetheless, let's get started with some of these changes. Of course, there's going to be a number of changes, including for some of the crashes, but also for the matchmaking. So there's various crashes and game becoming unresponsive fixes that should be applied to this weekend's beta as well on all of the platforms, and there's also some save game optimizations in the general sections. Now for the matchmaking, this is what you need to know. So multiple matchmaking issues have been addressed, and there's also an important information right here for people on the console. So if you're on the Xbox One and your net type is set to strict or moderate, you may run into issues with matchmaking and connecting. And if you want to like go over more informations on how you can change your net type, there's also a link over here that kind of explains that. You have to go into the settings, open the general networking settings, and there you should be able to change your net type into something that isn't as strict. Of course, I'm gonna leave a link down below you can follow if you want to go ahead and check all the details, as that's quite a bit complicated. The same goes for the PlayStation 4. There is a page over here with some troubleshooting tips, but if I were to be honest, these were something that affected my Monster Hunter World sessions, and I never got it fixed in like the couple of years that I've played the game, so just know that. But even so, you can still play the game without matchmaking, as you do have access to those AI bots of your same teammates. So you can go in with them, play with them, or you can go in just solo and not care about the matchmaking if you don't care about that. Now there's also some changes for the characters, so character selection improvements, including fixes for the issue where you couldn't select or change superheroes. If you played through the last beta weekend, you probably noticed that some of the heroes would be highlighted in red, and this wouldn't let you to select them and go in a mission with them, and this would require you to completely shut off the game and restart it again. So hopefully this has been fully addressed, as it seems from these patch notes. We also have, of course, companion respawn improvements for when they die or when they just like spawn in front of you. They kind of seem a little bit, you know, kind of like they just teleport in front of you when you go too far away from your team, so hopefully that addresses that. There's also some changes for the Hulkbuster. So they fixed an issue where the screen would turn black when another superhero would use the Hulkbuster. By the way, if you didn't know about this, a small little tip over there, Hulkbuster can be used both on Iron Man, but you can also use it and like just put it on the ground and somebody else in the team can go ahead and use it. And there's other various improvements for the Hulkbuster as well. Furthermore, Crystal Dynamics has also addressed some of the issues with the missions and the war zones, including some of the summary improvements for the missions, most likely in regards to the text. But there's also another one that they fixed an issue with the Abomination fight. Now personally, I never had a problem with it. Maybe at some point I think it became a little bit like kinda in slow motion, but otherwise it was just okay for me. Now this is everything that you should expect in terms of fixes for the beta, but there's going to be future ones for the next beta most probably, but also for the full game. So they're continuing to address other issues that have been brought up and other fixes planned for launch on September 4. And here is a full list of some of the feedback that they have received. This includes infrequent occurrence of multiple superheroes spawning and a reduction in screen shake. And thank God they're thinking about that screen shake, because it was a little bit insane. If you play with Hulk, yeah, you're probably going to have a really bad time, especially since the combination of that with the really excessive blur can definitely cause, like, for example, a ton of motion sickness, and I've seen a ton of people complaining of that. Anyway, Crystal Dynamics also provided a number of fixes for some of the known issues in the beta, like for example for the missions, the challenges, war zones, and the drop zones. So if you cannot progress past the Golden Gate Bridge, then please close the app, open notifications on the PS home screen, and and launch the game again once the beta is fully downloaded. Furthermore, if you cannot progress in a mission, be it like the first one or any other than that, open the options menu and select reload checkpoint, and this should save it for you. For the UI, depending on your settings, some UI elements may not appear properly, so just keep in mind that this is still a beta. Like some of the icons and elements are going to fail, you might not see them on the screen, or you might see them in a more glitchy way. And there's also cosmetic gameplay rewards may not unlock properly, so you might be able to bypass that by just reloading the game. I've seen that happening for me, that I would see a pop-up after like just starting the game all over again, but it might just happen for you permanently in the beta. Finally, we also have for the heroes and the AI companions. So once you have unlocked Iron Man and Black Widow, you must select them in the select hero/companions menu to equip their level 6 starting gear. This actually comes in as a bit of a surprise because I wasn't expecting them to provide some free gear, but it should help you out to gear up faster with the other characters, so you can go in as a full team and just clear out everything, even on like the highest difficulties. Another one that I really like is the open select hero/companions menu to assign specific heroes to assist on supported missions. So I think that this sounds like something you can go in and organize your party and only select a number of heroes you want in a party with you if we're talking about the AI bots, which is something that a lot of people requested. Like a ton of people want to go in with one single hero and complete that mission with one single hero, or maybe just choose their own party of heroes, maybe go with only 2 of them or 3 and not a maximum of 4. But this is it with the changes. Of course, expect many more by the time the game gets released. If you want to provide your feedback, go ahead and do so. You have the options in game as well as to the customer support link right here in these links that I've provided down below. But otherwise, the beta should start later today. Hopefully I can get in sooner, and if so, I'm going to go ahead and do a full live stream on the PC. So I'm talking about 1440p as well as 60 FPS or more, depending if like the stream permits that, and I'm gonna like check out all of the differences between this and the PS4 beta. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in just a little bit.
You're good now. The team are no longer a threat.